Hey guys, Geek1 here bringing out this video. Today, we are going to be doing a review on the Star Wars Elite Series Kylo Ren Unmasked figurine. Now, the Elite Series are an exclusive wave only to the Disney Store. You can pick it up on the Disney Store website, or you can actually go to the Disney Store and buy it yourself. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, these figures are die-cast, which means they are metal, and that can hinder some of these figures. And the figure we're reviewing today, the Kylo Ren Unmasked, is one of those examples. But without further ado, let's get into the review and not waste any time. So here's the packaging now. I do have to say, if you're one of those mint on card collectors, you will definitely, for sure, love this package. This package is really nice. Presents the figure in the window box. It's really nice. On the side there, you got die-cast action figure Star Wars Elite Series. It's in this like nice velvet red there. Looks really nice and shiny. You got Kylo Ren Unmasked figurine there, die-cast action figure, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years old, so ages 3 and up. Okay. Side there, die-cast action figure, same thing on the side. And on the back, you do have a little read up there. It says, in collaboration with Lucasfilm, Disney Store is proud to introduce the Star Wars Elite Series, a premium line of die-cast action figures featuring iconic characters from the expansive world of Star Wars. This exclusive collection is meticulously engineered and crafted with Star Wars fans in mind. Meticulously engineered, I don't know if I really would say that. We'll get into the review itself. But the bio for Kylo Ren here is the same as all the figures for Kylo Ren. A dark warrior strong with the Force, Kylo Ren commands First Order missions with a temper as fiery as his unconventional lightsaber. I can't tell if it's fiery or fiery. But this figure does retail for $24.95, as seen there. And some of the figures are worth it, some of the figures aren't really worth it. But since it's die-cast, it can differ. So without further ado, let's get into the review itself. So here is the die-cast Kylo Ren Unmasked figure out of its package. And I have to say, this is a decent figure nonetheless. Nothing else greater though. Now, in terms of his head sculpt, which is the main attraction, it's really cartoony. Like the back of the packaging says, it's meticulously engineered. If you're gonna look at this from a figurine perspective, I don't really think it's that good of like a collectible. Now, as an actual toy for the kids, it serves its purpose, and it's not a bad likeness to Adam Driver. Now, I'm not saying this is a complete trash likeness. I'm saying it's just a decent. Now, I can see Adam Driver's facial personality in there somewhere. I do see it. But is it like spot on? No, it's more cartoony, just by the paint. Now, other than that, the detail on his robes, his lightsaber especially, I was surprised. It looks bland, but there's actually little engravings in there that makes the detail pop. Now, the articulation on the figure itself is decent. There is room for improvement, though. I do wish there was more articulation on the figure. That would have been really, really good. But other than that, it's a decent figure in itself. So, popping it off, and let's start with accessories, actually. It does come with, as all the other Star Wars Elite Series do come with, their own base. So you have the Star Wars base there. And other accessory that comes with is his lightsaber. Now let's see if I can get a good look. See if you guys can go focus there. So you can see there is actual sculpted engraves in the lightsaber hilt itself. It's not a flat red sculpt there. There actually is engravings in the red itself, which is really neat, and I do love that. Now, the way it's packaged, the lightsaber is bent, and when I went to the Disney Store today, there was like 40 plus of these guys, and most of the lightsabers were really crooked. It's not really bent like that. I tried finding the best one that was straight, and that's like the only one. So that was a bit of an issue. But other than that, it's not that bad. Now, the lightsaber hilt is actually really nice. It has a lot of paint apps there. Got some golds, brown, red, silvers. There isn't much paint bleed, but it's really nice. A lot of nice paint detail there. I do appreciate that. Let's get a close-up on the head sculpt, which is what you guys are here for. The head sculpt itself is okay. I can see Adam Driver in there, but it is very cartoony. It's not meant to be like a NECA sculpt there. Like NECA would just perfect this, but it's okay. Now, for $25, I do wish there was more to it, because it does say these are collectibles, meticulously engineered. I don't really think they're that great, honestly. And by meticulously engineered, as if I haven't said that enough, look at that! Look at all those screw holes. That is, it's like Jurassic World all over again. but it's not that bad because you have this cape covering it up. Like if you look at the flame trooper there, you can see all the screw holes there, which is a bummer. Now, in terms of the sculpt, you can see the actual engravings of the fabric there. It looks really nicely done. I got like the different variations of black for the shading here. I do have the nice washes there, which is really nice. Got some silver dry brushing on the actual belt. There isn't a clip for the lightsaber though, which is a bummer. And you got like sculpted pads there. Got his hands, which is really nicely done. I just think it's really good. In terms of sculpt, it is really nice. Definitely good use of plastic instead of actual cloth goods, like the Black Series. And then we look at his legs, are actually really tall legs. His boots are really nicely sculpted too. This actual part is die cast. Does some nice dry brushing there of silver, not silver, but like a gray pattern onto it. Looks really nice. So you guys see that. Now, in terms of his articulation, his head can rotate 360 degrees on a ball joint. It can't look up too much. Can't look down too much, but it's decent. You're not going to have him like any crazy looking up poses. His arms can rotate about this much until they meet that point. And they don't rotate all the way around, actually. Yeah, no, they cannot. His arms can go all the way up. He has a single joint at the elbow. No rotation, though, which is a bummer. Really wish you could have those rotations at the elbow for the lightsaber pose, especially. He does have rotation in his hand, which is like how he did in the movie, how he used the Force to torture the prisoners. That's all I'm gonna say. He has rotation in the waist itself. His legs do go forward about that much. That's about it. It's hindered by the plastic though. They can go about out that much. But on this side, it can go really out because there's like a slit here, but there isn't one for here, which I kind of find it's odd. He does have a single joint at the knee, about that much, 90 degrees, and his feet do go about that much downward, upward, and they don't really rotate that much. They're really tight. So a lot of single joints, not much of rotation in the actual figure, which is a bummer. Here is something that I don't think other YouTubers have done yet for the actual figure itself. I did buy the hooded version of Kylo Ren, but I managed to remove the hood. Now, if you guys have seen the movie or any commercials in general for this film, you know that he does remove his hood and he has like the mask, and that's really awesome. Now, this guy's neck here is really long, so I'm gonna see if I can put that on there. I managed to pop his head off and take off his hood. I'm gonna see if I can swap that there and then put his head on top of here. So we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, and I'm back, and as you can see, yes, it does work. All I did actually was just pop off the heads, take his cape, put on this figure, and boom, done. That's all it took. Now, obviously, yes, you need 2 Kylo Rens if you want to do this. But this is probably how I'm gonna have my Unmasked Kylo Ren be the entire time for my collection. Because at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, and I'll put in the bottom there just so you guys read it. The end of the movie, the lightsaber fight between Finn, he has his cape removed. It's gone. So I'm gonna have the figure standing like this. Yeah, and then in portions of the film, he does have his hood off, and he's just like this, looking like Darth Vader, and it just looks badass. I'm definitely have to keep that like that. So that is pretty cool. I'm very happy to do that. So let's get back to the actual figure himself, and all that's left is my final thoughts and size comparison. Alright, so for size comparison, here he is compared to the 6-inch Black Series Kylo Ren. Now, he isn't crouching, the Black Series Kylo Ren. As you can see, this guy is about 7 inches tall, and he is pretty huge. And here he is compared to the DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Knight figure, who stands at roughly about 7 inches tall. Here is compared to another die-cast figurine from the series, the Flame Trooper. And here is compared to the 3 3/4 inch Kylo Ren from the basic figure line. So overall, guys, some final thoughts on this figure itself. I do think it is pretty decent. It's not as bad as some people might make out the other Luke series figures to be. This is one of the good ones. I do think it's not that bad. Now, if you're gonna fork the dough off like $35 for it, I don't think it's worth it. $25 plus tax, it's worth it. Even though it's die-cast, I do think it's pretty good. Now, personally, I'm a fan of the 6-inch line. I prefer the Black Series over this, but there are some figures in this line I do think that are really good. and this is one of them that I think, you know what, it's not that bad, honestly. A lot of people say this one's really garbage, but, in my opinion, and in my review, I'm going to say this, it's not that bad. I think it's a pretty decent figure. Is it passable? Yes. If you can easily be passable. I don't think you really need to fork the dough for this one, because I don't think this thing's going to go, I don't think it's going to sell that quick. I saw a lot at the Disney Store. So overall, guys, this is a pretty decent figure. So yeah, guys, there's my review on the Star Wars The Elite Series Unmasked Kylo Ren figurine from the Disney Store. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you want to check out any of my other Star Wars reviews, feel free to do so. I do have my channel, and I'll be making playlists for that pretty soon. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Take care. See y'all later. Bye-bye.